My parents made secret copies of my condo keys and moved my sister in while I was at work, so I had them arrested. The phone call came Tuesday evening. Mom's voice was syrupy sweet, the tone that meant she wanted something I wouldn't give. It's about Bianca. She needs a place to stay. My stomach dropped. My younger sister had been dumped and needed rescuing. Again, she can't stay with me. We both remember what happened last time. Last time was a 2-month tornado. She treated my home like a hotel and me like the maid. Friends over until 3 a.m., my makeup used and left open, work clothes borrowed and returned ruined. You have a 2-bedroom condo all to yourself, Dad chimed in. All that extra space. They never saw my success as earned through years of eating instant noodles and working multiple jobs. They saw it as surplus, a community resource. It's not extra space, it's my space. The answer is no. I hung up, thinking my firmness would be enough. 2 days later, I came home to find my key wouldn't turn. The door was already unlocked. Adrenaline shot through me. The air was thick with Bianca's perfume. My living room was chaos. Furniture moved, her magazines everywhere, my sister humming as she unpacked. My parents were there too. Mom folding clothes, Dad assembling furniture. They looked up with triumphant smiles. There you are, honey, Mom said. We knew you'd come around when you saw how much Bianca needed this. Her clothes hung in my office closet next to my work blazers. Her toiletries colonized my bathroom counter. How did you get in? Dad sighed. We kept the spare you gave us for emergencies. This wasn't an emergency. Mom delivered the final blow. We had copies made for Bianca. She's family, and this is happening. They'd forged my signature on building forms to list Bianca as an authorized resident. Something inside me broke. The last thread of needing their approval snapped. You have 10 minutes to pack everything and get out. Dad laughed. You wouldn't call the cops on your own family. Watch me. I dialed 911. I'd like to report a break-in. 3 intruders entered illegally and are refusing to leave. Panic was instant. Mom frantically throwing clothes into suitcases, Bianca standing with her mouth open. When officers arrived, they listened to Mom's tearful explanation about family misunderstandings and Dad's bluster about me being overly emotional. I spoke calmly, showed my mortgage documents, explained they'd used illegally copied keys without permission. This is her property. She's asked you to leave. Police escorted them out like criminals. That night, I hired an emergency locksmith for $400 and installed security cameras. The counterattack began with tearful voicemails from Mom about my cruelty and texts from Dad about my selfishness. Bianca took her drama public with passive-aggressive posts. 2 days later, my cameras caught Bianca at my door with a locksmith, claiming to be my roommate. I spoke through the doorbell. I am the sole owner. This woman is a trespasser with a police report from 2 days ago. The locksmith ran. Bianca screamed until neighbors threatened to call security. They escalated further. Mom called my boss claiming I was having a mental health crisis. They contacted my landlord with the same lie. Then came identity theft. Credit card applications filed in my name using information Bianca got from my office. I filed for restraining orders against all 3. At the hearing, they painted me as unstable. Bianca wept about promises broken. Then my lawyer presented evidence. Ring footage of Bianca with the locksmith, forged forms, screenshots of manipulative posts, HR documentation, credit fraud alerts. But I'd saved the most damning piece. My lawyer found James, Bianca's ex from 2 years ago. He testified about Bianca harassing him after their breakup, then trying to break into his house. The next day, James said, her father offered me $5,000 to not press charges and sign an NDA. My lawyer displayed the signed agreement and check on screen. The judge granted maximum restraining orders immediately. But Bianca made one final error. At 3 a.m., the night before the hearing, my alarm went off. I watched a figure in black use a crowbar to pry open my bedroom window. It was Bianca, all recorded. 3 months later, she was found guilty of attempted burglary and sentenced to 30 days in jail, 2 years probation, 200 hours community service, and full restitution. I sold the condo. I live in a secure building now with a doorman. Last week, Bianca's first restitution check arrived. Staring at her name, I felt quiet finality. This chapter was over. I put the check next to my plane ticket to Italy. The greatest inheritance my parents gave me wasn't money, but resilience. I'm no longer their dependable daughter. I'm the architect of my own life.